Whiskers was once part of a loving home, cherished by his family. He loved to play, and his family adored him. He was always by their side, hoping for a little taste of dinner. Their home was his safe haven, filled with warmth and love. But one day, everything changed. The family was packing for a big move. Whiskers was too busy playing, not knowing they were leaving. And when they drove away, Whiskers was still outside, unaware of what was happening. By the time he returned, the home he knew was empty. Whiskers didn't understand. His family was gone, and he was all alone. He pawed at the door, but no one answered. With no choice, Whiskers walked away, his heart heavy with sadness. Now he was just another lost soul in the big city, searching for a new home. As days turn into weeks, Whiskers struggles to survive in the busy city streets. He searches for food, but is often shooed away by people who see him as a stray. At night, he sleeps in cold alleys, his coat now dirty and matted. Despite his hardships, Whiskers still remembers the warmth of his old home. The memory of love and warmth lingers, but the city feels cold and empty now. The city, once exciting, now feels overwhelming and lonely. Whiskers scavenges behind restaurants, hoping to find any leftover scraps to survive. He finds small treats now and then, but it's never enough. Sometimes, kind strangers offer him small treats, but those moments are rare. More often, Whiskers is met with rejection. People are too busy to notice the lonely cat at their feet. The city, full of life for others, feels big and indifferent to the small, abandoned cat. The world moves on, but Whiskers remains lost and forgotten. One rainy night, Whiskers huddled in an old cardboard box, shivering in the cold alley. His once shiny fur was drenched, and his heart was filled with hopelessness. The rain poured down, but Whiskers had no food, no warmth, and no hope. Just as he began to lose hope, a kind old woman happened to walk by. She saw the pitiful sight of the soaking wet, lonely cat and couldn't turn away. With a tender heart, she wrapped him in her coat and carried him home. Back at her small apartment, she dried him off with gentle care. For the first time in weeks, Whiskers was given food, warmth, and kindness. He ate gratefully, feeling safe and cared for in the warmth of her home. Wrapped in a warm blanket, Whiskers felt a glimmer of hope return to his heart. For the first time in weeks, Whiskers felt truly safe as he drifted off to sleep. Thanks to the woman's kindness, Whiskers found shelter and hope in a world that had once forgotten him. Whiskers had found a new home with the kind woman, nestled comfortably on the sofa. Though he still remembered his old family, a sense of happiness began to bloom within him. Whiskers curled up, purring contentedly, knowing he had found a second chance at happiness. From the window, he watched the busy city below, feeling safe and loved once more. The loneliness that once consumed him was now replaced by love and care. Whiskers felt the warmth of their bond growing stronger every day. He was no longer wandering the streets, he was finally home.